cramped confines of the command trailer are packed to the gills with security-rated technology. Terminals and surveillance packages, all stamped with the Mitsuhama logo, fill every inch of available space. Just ahead of you, a pair of senior inspectors, one male, one female, stand over command console. The man offers you a friendly smile. Ah, Mr. Fiss. Here you are. You're here. Very good. I'm Senior Inspector Andy Lamb, and one of the leaders of this task force. Thank you for coming so promptly. He extends a hand for you to shake. Sure. The woman, an elf, retorts through a mouth that seems drawn into a permanent scowl. Look, Lamb, I've got a bastard of a migraine, and our guest is a professional criminal. You think that we could dispense with the pleasantries and get to business? Yes, of course. He offers her a slight bow. My apologies, Senior Inspector Chu. And as for you, Fist, you must be wondering what you and your team are doing here. Well, I guess you're gonna tell me. Chu cuts in, rubbing the bridge of her nose between her thumb and forefinger. Long story short, we've got a problem, and you're in a unique position to help us solve it. This is a job offer, Fist. We want to hire you. Do I have a choice? You want to tell me what it means? What do you mean by unique position? Unique position. Let me drink something. Just a sec. We need to gather information on someone that you have history with. Someone that we suspect of criminal wrongdoing, but can't move on without proof. Pull up the file, Lamb. I mean, obviously it's gonna be great, yeah? Lamb nods, and his fingers dance over his PDA's keypad. He raises the device to show you what he's pulled up on the display. Yup, it's her. From the device's tiny screen, a familiar face leers back at you. Lamb holds it to your face for a few seconds, then pulls the device away. You have a history with this woman. He phrases it as a statement, not a question. Uh-huh. She's the one that authorized the massacre of everyone on the street last night. Officially, we're not using that term, but you're right. That's what it was. Fate could easily have put those riots down without firing on unarmed civilians. She's a highly decorated officer, a leader of the HKPF's elite special duties unit. Bloodshed on the streets of Kowloon was no accident. She was advancing an agenda of some kind. Fate is the unofficial face of the Special Duties Unit and the Hong Kong media circuit. When they need a talking head for a news broadcast, she is the woman they go to. To her fellow inspectors, she's a hero and a role model. I'd go to bat for her without a second hesitation. The woman has a lot of pull. Okay, so where do I come in? We'll get into the specifics later, after you've had the chance to mull it over for a while. If you choose to work with us, we'll give you a full briefing on the plan. For now, you should know that Lam and I were the ones who cleared the APB from your name. We've already helped you in more ways than one. Okay. So I guess a thank you is in order. That wouldn't be necessary. That APB should never have been called out in the first place. Rescinding it was the right thing to do. No, you rescinded it because you needed a favor. And now I owe you a favor. Now, we understand that the prospect of working with a police task force could feel foreign to you, and I fully expect that you have questions you'd like to ask. Lam spreads his hands. If there's anything pressing that you'd like to know, I'll do my best to answer. Here's one. Why me? There's plenty of other runners in Hong Kong. Other runners don't have a built-in reason to want Crate dead. You do. Wait, I'm supposed to kill her? I thought I was just supposed to gather some evidence against her. Well, beyond that, you're the perfect deniable asset for this job. If you get caught or killed, the SDU will assume that you were there to get revenge for what they did to you. I guess that's fair. You really are the perfect runner for this job, Fist. But we pulled it from your mind interrogation, confirmed it. We know that we can trust you for this job, and that's invaluable to people in our position. What are your roles in this organization? I handle the technical side of the investigation, decking, information monitoring and control, surveillance network, that sort of thing. She is on loan from Mitsuhama Corporate. She's a cop, just like I am, but her primary responsibility is safeguarding the company's image and financial interests. Okay, what does the Japan Corp care? Why does Japan Corp care about some dirty cops in Hong Kong? The Hong Kong police force is owned and operated by Mitsuhama. The company is obviously concerned by what's happening here, so they dispatched me to help Lam lead this investigation. Considering me a corporate liaison, here to bridge the gap between the suits and the uniforms. Sounds thrilling. She shrugs. It pays better than walking a beat. Okay. How far from home am I? We are nearer to Aberdeen than we are to Hioi. That's about all you need to know. Secrecy is one of our most important tools for survival, Fist. We can give you an exact address. How the hell did you get my boat here without Kylie Cheng stopping you? What makes you think that she could stop us? The Yellow Lotus is powerful, but we have a navy at our disposal. What did you do? Did you attack Hioi? Of course not. We made a token show of force, and that was that. Kylie Cheng doesn't want the marine police parking a sea panda off to Hioi docks any more than anybody would. As highly as she might think of you, she wasn't about to risk a shooting war to keep us from towing your houseboat. Are you gonna let me go back to Hioi? If you choose to work with us, certainly. When the job is done. If you refuse, on the other hand, well, that's a more complicated discussion. I thought you said I wasn't a prisoner. Oh, you're not, but the thing is, you know about this task force now. That's a security risk. If you refuse to help us, we're going to have to hold you here for your own safety. You can go back to Hioi when the job is done, and the crate and her people are behind bars. However long that takes. She nods. That's right. However long it takes. Or you could just help us and be home in a day or two. Yoko. Okay, so what's next? What's next is that we let you go, for now. Take some time, think it over. Come back when you're ready to seal the deal. After you've accepted, we'll go into the details of the run. You do know who I work for, do you think? Do you know what's gonna happen if I agree to work with you? It's very much in the Yellow Lotus's interest that the issue be taken care of. The Executive Council as a whole is happy to maintain the status quo as far as the Triads are concerned, so long as the Yellow Lotus sticks to its territory and keeps its soldiers away from people of status. The Council doesn't care what they do. For these corrupt cops, they're unpredictable. Who's to say that a councilman with an agenda, the Eastern Tiger rep, say, won't send them to hit your boss's mahjong parlor? Fate and her people are wild cards, extremely well armed, dangerous wild cards, who wear the same uniforms that we do. It's a bad situation for us, and an even worse one for you. Go talk to Cheng and run our offer by her. Talk to your team too. Talk to your team too. Well, tell them what we've told you. We're confident that they'll want to work with us. They should be heading to the Kraken as we speak. Pauses. Fun name, by the way. I know. When you've made your decision, come back to us. No rush, no pressure. We're not trying to coerce you into doing this. We're all on the same team. We're confident that your boss will see things our way. Okay, I'm going to talk to her. We are going to be able to buy some stuff, I'm guessing, from this guy. Maybe here too. Yeah, but I can't talk to anyone right now. Okay. Heyo! As you pass through the hatch and step into the familiar confines of the Kraken, you find your team waiting for you. Well, this is a hell of a thing. Robert absent-mindedly passes a rat from one hand to another. The rodent squeals and chirps in delight. You said it, gun show? Not our best day ever as a team. So what's the deal with this? Who captured us? Are they really cops? Or are we dealing with something else here? Other cops, specifically an HKPF task force run by a couple of senior inspectors. Knew it. This whole thing had the HKPF stink all over it. They can dress up however they want, but then at the end of the day, a cop is a cop. So what does this task force want with us? Did they pitch their agenda to you? Yeah, they want us to work for them, to help take down Crate and her dirty cops. Really, that's interesting. What'd you tell them? Well, I told them that I need to talk to Kindly before I could commit to anything. Good call. Might as well get this over with. See if we can get the old lady on the comm. We need to bring Auntie Cheng up to speed on what's happening here. Yeah, let's try it. You tap Kindly Cheng's personal comlink number into your PDA and hit the send button. A moment later, the old woman's face appears on the screen. Yes. A pleasure to see you, dear. I've been worried sick. Dispose something the color of rotten plums out of a highball glass. Now would you kindly tell me where the fuck you've been? Well, the HKPF gassed us on our way out to combat Pangs. They're holding me in an impound yard. Ah, I see. The voice goes cold. They're calling me from police custody? Yeah, they haven't learned anything that they didn't already know. In fact, they told me to call you. There's a long pause, then finally... Tell me exactly what they said to you. Don't leave anything out. Yeah, the cops who took us are with an anti-corruption task force. The leaders are called Chu and Lam. Auntie Cheng, that's what the sergeant and the holding pen said. They're senior inspectors, working on the yard of the Executive Council. Those won't be their real names, dear. Not that they're letting you contact me like this. Well, whoever they are, they're after the cops that were working for Josephine Tang. They want my help. She lifts the glass to her lips and takes another slurp of a dirty, viscous liquid. After the filth who ambushed you then. The ones that killed Nightjar. And Carter. Nobody gives a fuck about Carter. Except you, Duncan. Should know better than to interrupt me by now, Gunshell. She dismisses the outburst with a wave of her hand. Now be a good boy and keep your mouth shut. Duncan clenches his jaw. He's clearly furious, but he says nothing. Alright. I want you to go along with it. Tell them that you'll take the job with my blessing. I suppose that follows. You did love Nightjar. That isn't what this is about. She looks into her glass, swirling the liquid inside with a flick of her wrist. Not entirely. I've always wanted to get a runner into one of the HKPF's secure facilities, but it was never in the cards. Now, here comes this task force, inviting you in. You can avenge my sweet Nightjar's death in the process. Well, so much better. So much the better. If you can avenge, yeah. Oh, okay. Do you have any special instruction for me to follow? Be smart. Don't nothing that could endanger the Yellow Lotus or myself, and report back to me if you see anything that could constitute a threat. Above all, keep your eyes open, and don't trust this task force of yours, whatever you do. Okay, I'm gonna report back to you with what I find when this is over. See that you do. I'll be waiting. Oh, and first, I'm sure that the police confiscated the Kong that you procured from Eddie Tang. The one I paid you to retrieve for me. Get it back. She thumbs a button on her PDA and the screen goes black. Well, I guess that's it. She lifts her shoulders into a half shrug. We're doing this. Oh. I guess, yeah, Kindly's right. This is an opportunity for us to kill two birds with one stone. We take down the cops that hunted us, and we collect intel on the HKPF. And there is no more to be said. He turns away his armor, rustling as his body shifts. You go back to Lam and Chu and accept the job. I will ready my gear. First of all, I want to talk to my mission computer. No new messages. Nothing in old messages. No pending jobs. Shadowlands. Aha! Right, crowdfund my Vladivostok trip. A lot of you already know me. But for those who don't, I'm IC Sasha, Russian native. I've been decking in Hong Kong for over a decade. I have a business opportunity in my hometown, Vladivostok. I've started a Pay My Way campaign to cover a no-frills round-trip ticket. Please support me, IC Sasha. You're a power now, but why don't you just save up your Nguyen like the rest of us, Tiger Bomb? What's this business opportunity if it doesn't actually pay your way? Got any bonus funding goals? Good questions. Good questions. Well, Panda Tax. I hope to move back to Vladivostok. My opportunity is a contact with the megacorp that does not have a presence in that city yet. But if it works, it will be very good for my contact. And very, very good for me. Bonus goal would be a one-way ticket to Vladivostok. Sold. I'll be delighted to spread the word to everybody, and I mean everybody I know. Transferring credits now, Panda Tax. I see. You're not skipping town without clearing your magic debt to me, are you? Bookish Betty. It's another one of my bonus goals. I'm paying you a visit, I see. Okay. Taking mystery box for sale. Is it a bomb? It's probably a bomb, isn't it? I've got a mystery item secured in a metal alloy casing. Freshly liberated from a Yamatetsu warehouse. It wasn't ticking before, but now it is. Since it survived the bumpy motorboat chase, I figured it's safe. Since I don't have the engineering chops to liberate it properly, it's going to the highest bidder. Adeptitude. There could be a beyond bleeding edge biotech prototype, or it could kill you. Have I got that right? Gustos. If you don't like it, don't beat. I'll do this all the time, man. People love surprises. It's fundamentally no different from a grab bag. Is this making fun of loot boxes? It probably is, isn't it? Except for the possible death part. Seriously, who spotted down Nguyen on an unidentified stolen goods? I get the winning bid on a Fuji rattling container. Giant box of Allen wrenches. Wampoen. I won a vibrating briefcase taken from a high-level Irish scientist's office. Inside there was a, well, something you wouldn't expect to find in the workplace. Use your imagination. Oh yeah, it was probably some kind of personal massaging tool. Party tool. Ew. Hey, it's nothing gross, it's a massaging tool. Anyway, it was in good shape, so I re-gifted it. And I'm out. Looking for romance. Wiry, handsome expat male looking for passionate encounters, not picky. Male or female, I enjoy hitting the night markets when I'm not tinkering with my drone or infiltrating AAA megacorps. No smoking, no recreational drugs, I'm in professional capacity, okay. Flexibility a must, sometimes need to cancel dates at the last minute due to gigs in cancellation. First aid skills a plus, anonymous. How's the dating scene here in HK? Just arrived in town, got any tips? Where can I go to find that special girl that surfs up? Honestly, HK is better for fleeting liaisons and longer term engagements. You should check out Frolic in Lan Kwai Fong. The music's loud and freaky, and so are the clubbers. The scene can be a little rough, though. I hooked up with this crazy elf there once, and every time I run my hands over the scar tissue, it really brings me back. It's not for everyone, though, plus, I'm now partially deaf. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop? Have you tried Happy Valley? I'm not even kidding. Very intense long-term relationships can spring from the heart-pounding thrills of the racetrack. Circuit Circus. No, Circuit Circus. Well, you can always try romancing somebody on your team, if you've got one. Shenzhen Joe. Shadow. Now that's a bad idea. Give me Matrix dating any day. Oh, I think that was a joke about not being able to romance anyone in your team in Shadowrun games. I don't think you can. I don't remember. Vultures in the World City. I just saw someone in corporate suits scouting around the World City. Gentrification imminent, and the rubble's barely settled in the slum hotspot. So the moment that life takes a turn for the better in the World City, some corp smells a profit and moves in, appalling. But they buy up the tenements, tear them down, and put a luxury coffin apartment complexes and a helipad, so the well-heeled don't have to thread through the filth at street level. What about the Yellow Lotus? Can't see it tried letting a corp waltz in and demolish a source of revenue without so much as a whimper. So that's the thing. Those guys are nowhere to be seen. Okay. You know, so red envelopes changed hands. Nguyen talks, but the suit still brought plenty of private muscle. Clearly not taking any chances. Okay. I guess we can go talk to the inspector people. Some decking gear. Welcome back. Did you talk over the job with your crew? Yep. We're in. She rubs the bridge of her nose between her thumb and forefinger. We'll be holding you on to that. We'll be holding you to that. Okay. Don't worry about me. When I take a contract, I don't break it. Good to hear. Now let's, except that one time where I killed my client because he wanted to screw me over. But I have a reason. Good to hear. Now let's get to it. You want to get us started, Fiona? Hand goes up to reflexively touch the pendant that hangs from her neck. She nods, then turns to you. Alright, pay attention, Shadowrunner. I don't want to have to repeat myself. Yep, I'm listening. We know that Crate and her people are dirty, but we don't have any ironclad proof. We have to gather something concrete if you want to move on to her. Okay. Lamb acquiesces with a nod of his head. She's right. What we need is tangible evidence of Crate's wrongdoings. Financial records, written communications, video feeds, that sort of thing. We know where that proof is being held, but we can't get to it without tipping our hand. That's where you come in. So this is going to be a covered up. You don't want things to go loud. Personally, I'd prefer it if you didn't lay waste to a police station. Though Senior Inspector Chu may beg to differ on that. That said, some conflict is probably going to be unavailable, no matter what you do. We're getting ahead of ourselves though. Let's take this back a step. Crate likes to keep her people close to her. They've consolidated their power into a single police station on the harbour. Linza then pulls up an image on her terminal. An aerial holopic of a squat building crowded up against the water's edge. There it is, an old SDU headquarters and Crate's current base of operations. They call it the Tiger's Den. Okay, go on. We're gonna get you into the station, and you're going to liberate the information that we need. Then we're going to take Crate and her people down. Okay, that's simple enough. So how do we get in? Through the front door? She shakes her head. Not quite. You and your team will be smuggled in via the loading dock. We secured transport for you through an old associate of yours, a pirate and smuggler named Captain Jomo. I know him, he's a good man. Don't know if I'd go that far, but he's a competent smuggler, and that's what we need him for. We've already provided him with a copy of the station's timetable. He knows when they'll be flush with cops, and when they'll be running a skeleton crew. He'll time your arrival so that you'll have minimal resistance to contend with. Okay. Sounds like a plan. After Jomo gets you to the docking area, our woman on the inside will let you into the complex. You'll need to make your way up to the administrative level. That's where Crate's evidence room is located. We'll take up a position near the station, and from there, we'll monitor your progress. How? He lifts an object from the desk and tosses it to you. A portable surveillance device. Surveillance. I need to drink some water. Just a sec. Your team will be outfitted with mics, body cameras, and condition monitors before you leave. We'll have a clear view of what's going on inside of a station. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna be monitoring me. Fine. Let's get back to the briefing. When you get to the admin level, you'll be stepping into hostile territory. Crate and her people have more or less taken over the whole floor, and they won't think twice about putting a bullet in your head if they catch you there. If you encounter any resistance up there, you're going to have to shoot your way through it. They won't give you the chance to do anything else. I'll be calling in a favor with Mitsuhama to bring them the station's comms, so you won't need to worry about them calling in outside help. Anyone who's already in the building is your problem to deal with. So what's my objective? The evidence room. The proof that we need should be stored on a disk in there, or maybe in a terminal. We'll be looking for a log of bribes accepted by the Crate and the SDU. We could also use any other proof of corruption that you can find, transaction records, archived communications between Crate and her clients, that kind of thing. You'll pull the evidence, get back to the boat, and return the package to us at the impound yard. We'll analyze it, and once we're sure that we've got her nailed, we'll make our move on Crate. Okay, so I'll find the evidence, grab the data, get back to Jomo, and he's gonna bring me back here. That's about the size of it. Think you can handle it? Guess we'll find out, huh? You'll be fine. You made it through the walled city. You can handle a run on a police station. If you need gear, talk to Sergeant Lee out in the yard. He's our quartermaster. I'm sure that Captain Jomo can hook you up with anything that Lee can't, including any additional personnel that you might need. The good captain asked about you, by the way. Wanted to have a word about some side work. Oh. Is that okay with you? You won't try to stop me from doing my own jobs on the side? As long as you keep them quick and concise, you can do your thing. We won't interfere, but our trust has its limits. Don't even think about turning against us or sabotaging this operation. You won't like what happens if you do. We'll wait on you to launch the operation. We're on your timetable here. When you're ready to go, talk to Jomo. Clear on that? On all of that? Yeah, we're clear. Good. We'll see you at Crate's compound then. Oh no, does this mean that I won't be able to install better legs? Hello. The constable standing before you is rail thin, with a wiry build and a lantern jaw. A pair of wire-rimmed glasses perch on the bridge of his nose, and his neck is wrapped in a sinuous tattoo. He glances up from his PA, locking eyes with you. So, you're the person of interest that everyone's been talking about. I hear that Shu has big plans for you. Lucky me, I guess. You are lucky. You get to walk back out here when this is all over with. Most people in your line of work wouldn't be given that opportunity. I mean, hey, I'm very charming. His lips curl into a half smile. Yeah, it seems that way. So, there's something I can do for you, runner? What's your name? I go by Hoy. You're Fist, right? That's what it said on the form. Yep, that's me. Good to meet you, then. I don't get to talk to many people in your line of work. Not like this, anyway. Usually my talks with Shadowrunners have involved a lot of shouting and tasing. Sometimes shooting. I'm a talker myself. This is nice. Change of pace. Yeah, okay, I was just passing by. I didn't mean to distract you. He shrugs. It's fine. It isn't like I was doing much anyway. Things are pretty quiet anyway. Right now. Gotta go. Go on, then.